Every rifle needs a sling, and every pistol needs a holster. And if you don't have a holster, check out SAEK holsters, SAEK, on Instagram and Facebook. They make very nice holsters in any kind of pattern that you want that's available with kydex. These are inside the waistband. This one sits on the thigh, kind of high up on the thigh. But if you have a handgun that not a lot of companies are making holsters for, or constantly out of stock, hit SAEK holsters up, talk to Ryan. I got a Makarov and a CZ75 there. Both those pistols have limited holster options on the market compared to like Glock and 1911s and things like that. So you can hit them up if you got something. What you see isn't just what you get. If you want something like a different cant to it, or if you have maybe a CZ75 with an extended barrel for a suppressor, you can make a holster where it's opened up at the bottom, or like if you have different sights on it or whatever, you can customize it rather than going to another company that's just like, here's what we have, and if you don't like it, too bad. SAEK's willing to work with you. Really fast shipping, really it's quality work, very nice. Everything is just a great fit. And if you are having trouble, like I did, finding holsters, or at least different kinds of holsters for some of these pistols, hit SAEK up and see what he can do for you. Enjoy the video. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. We are back on the range, beyond the mountain with the war machine. Sorry, it's been a while. I don't make videos very often. I don't come out here very often, actually. I only come out here when the weather's super cold or super shitty because nobody else is out here. And it's actually a pretty big range, but I like being the only one out here. You get like a profound sense of like doom and loneliness when it's just dead silent out here. Maybe sometimes somebody else will be out here and you hear like a gunshot or two. It's pretty cool. This makes it feel kind of apocalyptic or whatever. It's kind of a cool vibe. But yeah, got two different rifles out here. You've seen them both on Instagram numerous times. I'm sure I've had a couple reviews on the channel. I don't know. I don't keep track very well. But I'm just gonna go over some little details that kind of help these two firearms out. Oof, it's like 7 degrees, so I don't know how this video is gonna be. It's fucking freezing. But anyways, with this one right here, these are both TNT uppers, but it's not necessarily about that or what the rifle is. But I'm sure if you go down in my video queue long enough, you'll see a video of me shooting, I think this in negative 20 degree weather, and you could see all the, it had a suppressor on it when I was doing it 20 degree weather, and you could just see steam, or I mean not steam, but gas is just dumping out of this gun, like so bad I couldn't. It looks like I'm firing a black powder rifle, pretty much. It was terrible. Couldn't see shit. But this is a shorter barrel rifle, and I'll see if I can throw in some video of me shooting it. Obviously I'm not wearing eye protection, and I just didn't want to for the video, just to show you guys something cool. So you don't need any safety idiots out there telling me what to do or anything like that. I do what I want. But anyways, it's a 10.5 barrel, and it's suppressed, and it's quite a long suppressor too, but it's a 30 cal suppressor, so I'm pretty sure that kind of helps take some of the gas away. But obviously with a shorter barrel and it's got a can on it, you're gonna get more gas because there's less gas being burnt in the barrel, or less powder being burnt in the barrel, so it kind of just all gets kicked back into your face, and it sucks. But in the video, if I can get it in, you'll see that I'm shooting with no glasses on. I'm not having a hard time at all. Actually, I could one shot every half second. It's not bad at all without having any gas in my eye or anything like that. I get a little bit of obstruction with the view if I go a little bit too much, but it's not bad. But I did a couple things to make it so it's not so gassy. And some of these you might not like because some of them are kind of, you have to do some things to it. But one of the easiest things you can do is get a PRI gas busting charging handle. You can see it's got the grooves in there that kind of shoot the gas out to the right. And right there we got like a big fucking wall, so when it comes up against here, you can see the gases coming out of these cracks and everything, kind of hit some resistance with that little clip that hangs off there, and you can see where the gas comes out there. So that's one thing you can do. And this, I would say it's about 20% increase in being able to see, if that's a thing. So that did a lot of work. It's also reinforced too in some areas, so it's a really durable charging handle, and it's not like too big. You can also see on the back how it kind of goes down on both sides quite a bit too. So that's definitely recommended. That's going to do a lot of work there. And this one right here, I wasn't too sure if it was going to work too well or not. This is from Weapon Outfitters I got. It's a forward assist. It's not functional in this state. It's just actually a machined piece to look like a forward assist, and then there's a hole there that goes down into there. And some people, they're concerned about like dirt and shit getting in there and going down to the weapon, but it's not really possible. You could clog this up, but I don't think you're gonna get anything to go down into this area here because it's just a smaller diameter hole in there. So those are people that are over paranoid. But you lose your forward assist, so you don't get to have that function. It's just pinned in there. I did have to modify it a little bit to fit in there. I just had to kind of yoke out where the pin goes on this piece right here because I couldn't get it in far enough. I'm not sure if that's just because it's a C7 upper and it's designed for a flat top, and maybe there's certain dimensional differences. But I got that in there. It was pretty easy. All I had to do is take a larger drill bit, kind of grind away at this a little bit, and this pins in like your normal forward assist. And I wasn't sure that was going to make any difference at all, but I think this makes a really big difference too, because you can kind of see the gas shooting out of here, and it keeps everything out of your face. When I was firing without this, I couldn't really hold it to my face too long, but with this I can. So that's really cool about that. But that's about all that's really fancy about this rifle, besides it being a C7 upper carry handle with a 10.5 inch barrel. Knights Armament rail there. Actually, it's not Knights Armament, that's P&S. I guess they contracted for Knights Armament. They make kind of the same shit, so it's sort of the same. And then Surefire light there. Their new weapon light's the longer one. I can't remember what the name is. I got it covered up with tape there. Yeah, pretty cool. In my opinion, these are the best mags. The Sure Feeds are freaking awesome. Just a little extra grip and everything. Yeah, no problems with these at all. It's made by OK Industries, so you know it's good. I guess they were like one of the original designers of the 30 round mag for the AR. So that's pretty cool. You know, when you get a pistol like this, yeah, it's technically a pistol. This SB tactical stock here is really awesome. I really recommend this. It just fits on your regular buffer tube, and it's actually quite durable. One of the things I was concerned about when SB Tactical started putting these out is this part here is plastic, this part here is like a strong rubber, and I was worried this would kind of like be too moldy and get bent or something over time, but it's actually pretty durable, and I can't tell the difference between a stock and a brace when I'm using this. So it's a really good brace. I recommend that. It's adjustable. It's kind of close to what you'd see on like an M4 and stuff like that. It's not exact, but it kind of gives it that aesthetic. So that's why I went with that. But I get asked a lot of questions too. Take this little can off here. This muzzle device is a 7.62 SD 51 tooth by AAC, Advanced Armament. They make regular flash hiders. You can get 3-prong flash hiders just about from a lot of companies, and I highly recommend those, especially on 10.5s, because especially the AAC, they really get that flash down. But it's not worth it to buy this if you don't have a suppressor. I mean, you can, but I think they might make ones that don't have the teeth on it, and it's cheaper. Wilson Combat has a pretty good one, I think, and so a lot of other companies, obviously Surefire, they have a 4-prong, but I think people prefer 3-prong over 4-prong, but I don't know. I'm not an expert. But up here, we've got a Surefire barrel flashlight mount. You can get like cheap ones on Amazon, like repos. I don't know how those work at all. I haven't used one. You might like it, you might not. I don't know how it would hold up over time. This is a 660 Surefire light. It's actually pretty good. It's got the incandescent bulb in it, and it's actually pretty bright. But it is an old light, but it works fine for me. So there's a couple other things you can do. You can get like this barrel mount maybe, and throw like a Surefire Scout on there, and kind of get the same aesthetic with a newer, better light, I guess. And speaking of newer, better, that's why I kind of went with the Aimpoint 9000 SC. There's the 9000 and the 9000 SC. The 9000 is a bit longer than this. This is basically like an Aimpoint Pro, I believe it's called, but it's just a little bit longer. It's made for like hunting rifles if you have scope mounts. That's why it's a little bit longer, so you can get 2 mounts on there for rifles, you know, putting it on the upper receiver. But it's a really great optic. It's same quality as the Aimpoint Pro. It's really just like having an regular Aimpoint Pro on there. But I went with the 9000 SC just to give it an Aimpoint 2000 or 5000 aesthetic. Let's get that red dot. Alright, I should be able to pick it up. But I actually do prefer the standard charging handle. And that's what I have on most of my rifles, just because when I do have equipment on or anything like that, let's see if I can get this, I'm just having it here. Sometimes I'll look down, and if I'm using like an extended charging handle, it'll get caught on something, and I'll look down and it'll be like this, like hanging off my carrier or something like that. So I like low profile, and no problem with it. You know, you can charge just as easy as any other weapon, so that's cool. Also got a 7.62 SD. It's not 7.62 SD. It's, I don't know why I called it that. It's not that for that either. It's a, yeah, I guess it is. I guess they go off the cam. So it is a, I don't know what the fucking name of these flash hiders is really, but it's AAC 51 tooth. These are in 5.56 caliber, but this is a 30 cal can. So suppressors are kind of complicated to get into if you're just getting into it. B5 Industries stock there. Other companies make it too. This is the polymer one. This is a Colt 723 clone for Delta Force, and they had, I believe, the polymer ones. I think that's when they went to the polymer stocks. It used to be aluminum, and then I got a, I want to say it's like a Morsi or something like that, butt pad on there, but you can find them at Brownells. You just want to make sure that it's a butt pad for the car stock. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. If you guys have any other questions about things, just let me know. But they both fire suppressed well. This is, I'm actually surprised how well it fits or shoots suppressed. But I'm gonna end the video here because my fingers are fucking freezing.